Hi and welcome to Sales with Natasha. We're actually going to look at step 6, which was asking for the sale, but something that can happen. Sometimes the client will go, yep, I'm ready to go. And then we go ahead with paperwork or handing over the product or the money or whatever it might be. But sometimes they will say this magic word, but. Well, they won't say it, they'll look it. Or they'll say, oh, I need to think about it. Give them time to think. Don't be frightened. The less fear you have of losing the sale, the less likely you are to lose it, quite frankly. People will also have told you, as a salesperson, that overcoming objections is the way to sell. You know what? I'd rather you really listen to the objections, which are not objections. They're just things that are coming up for the client when they're looking at and considering purchasing. Listen and either do the step of find out their needs and wants with them again. Maybe your proposition of what they should buy has led them to a further understanding of their own needs. And you just need to go through those steps again, looking at what they need, choosing a more appropriate product, and then proposing that sale. Either that or it's a real objection. And you don't want them to buy something that they don't need or that's not going to work for them. So listen, use your ears, use your heart, care about the client. You know, one thing I do sometimes, if I'm having trouble with the client's objections, I think, if this was my mum, how would I want her helped? If this was somebody I really love, how would I want them helped through their objections? All right? So listen, recognise that they're not, and they're not being critical of you. All right? Make it a safe space for them to bring up what's really going on. And then either let the sales go. If they're right and the product is not right for them, go and find them another product or send them where they need to go. Or if it's a small thing that is really not a problem and you understand that, share your logic with them. Help them over the challenges to getting what they need. I promise you they'll love you for it. And they'll end up being a long-term, lifetime customer because you've helped them solve the problem. And just as an aside, sometimes what they need at that point is to be reminded of what their needs and wants are. Because some sales cycles take time, and by the end of it, they've almost forgotten why they came in. So go back and remind them, check with them again that it's still valid, and go ahead. You'll get your sale. And they'll get what they need and want, which is actually more important.